Zel Boy Army, welcome to another spicy one on the channel. In today's video, we are talking about all the meta defenders on FIFA 23, and we are going to be ranking them in a tier list. I will be looking through each card that we've got here. I'll be talking through the stats, explaining why I think they're good or not as good as other cards, and then we will come up with a tier list to rank them all, so it's a good visual for all of you. Now, these are all the ones we've got. We might miss some. There might be some that aren't on here, but if you look, we've got 10, 15, 19, 23, 27, 31, 35, 39. We've got 47 defenders. 47 defenders. So I'm trying to be comprehensive and have lots. We're not going to spend like 10 minutes on each one. We'll speed through it. Let's start with Koundé. So for this, we're going to be using Foot GG. That's where we got the assets for as well for the pictures. Koundé. You'll see me mention a lot of the same things generally on defenders here. For the centre-backs, the main thing I'm going to be looking for is high defending stats, particularly defensive awareness, good physicality, height, because I think the body type does matter. I think the smaller defenders are a little bit worse. Decent enough pace, because I do think pace does matter still. I don't think it's completely irrelevant, but you do not need quite as high pace this year, so there might be some slower centre-backs making it higher on the list than normal years. And then things like agility, decent passing, they will be useful too. Jules Koundé, we're not going to rank players based on their links or price, by the way. It's just going to be purely based on how good they are. Koundé is pretty well-rounded, solid defending. That extra agility and bounce is really nice. Bit low on the physical side. Very good pace. Bit small though. So Koundé, I'm going to be putting in the C tier for now. He's very good. Anyone who makes this list is going to be really good, to be honest. It's not a knock on anyone who's not high up in this. It's just that we're talking about the elite of the elite defenders for now. Let's go for Klosterman next. Kloster go. Play right wing back as well. Pretty random one. So Klosterman, absolutely rapid. But like I said, I do not think pace is quite as important on this year's game. 6'2", very nice height. Decent all-round ability on the ball, is pretty good. Passing a bit lower than some. To Koundé, similar defending, slightly worse overall, bit worse physical. Klosterman's got the better body type, a little bit quicker, but because of that physical and defending being a bit lower, we're going to put him on C. I honestly think that I'll put him ahead of Koundé because I'd rather use Klosterman in game based on that height. Let's go Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez, good pace for a centre-back, solid defending, pretty good physical, decent on the ball, 6'2". He, to be honest, is probably going to be another C. Maybe D, I don't know. He is pretty good, he's got the physical. I think his defending awareness is a bit lower though, not quite as quick. Yeah, I'm going to put him D tier actually. I think Gomez is good. I mean, like, no one on this tier list I'm going to say is bad, but he's bad compared to some of the ones we're going to be using. Let's do Cordoba next. Cordoba was probably the best centre-back in FIFA 22 at the start last year. Insane pace, but I do not think that pace really does as much this year. Pretty small. Height matters a lot more this year because heading's pretty good. He does have elite jumping, but that elite jumping is not going to make up for it when you're against CR7 in the air, going C at the back post. Elite defending, elite physical, crazy on this, good on the ball, can pass. We are putting Cordoba in the B tier. His height, lack of body type, and his pace not being essential puts him down for me this year, to be honest. Let's go to Mori. Rapid. Like I say, when I'm saying pace isn't important, I would still take extra pace. 86 pace to 80 pace is still a nice little jump to have. Very good defending on Tomori. The three biggest defensive stats for me are defensive awareness and then interception, stand tackle probably tied second. He's got good jumping. Decent height, not the biggest though. Very good weak foot, which is a plus. Decent agility and balance. To be honest, very good at this point of the game. Good all-round player. Tomori is probably going in the A tier for me, but he's going to be bottom of the A tier, I would say. We're going to do all the centre-backs first, then move to the full-backs. Alaba, where is he? Bit small. Very, very, very nice dribbling stats though. Very good on the ball. Elite defensive awareness, elite interceptions, good physical. I think Alaba's overall ability across his card, and like weak foot, he's very good ball playing centre back. help elevate him for me. And that elite defensive awareness is really nice. If you put a Sentinel on him, which by the way I think is the best chem style right now for centre backs, I think you're going to get a really nice boost to his card. Nearly 99 defensive awareness interceptions. I really like this Alaba, and the fact he's got such good agility will make him field quicker as he turns. He's just a little bit small. Good jumping though with a Sentinel. I do like the card though. I'm going to be putting him into the B tier. I just think his overall card is very good. Let's go Mascarado. Mascarado, tiny, pretty slow compared to most. Elite defending though, elite physical. I think on previous years he'd have been really low down because of that pace. I think though this card will play well. I just think the pace, while usable on this game, it holds him back a little bit, and then he's really small. So we're going to put him in the bottom B tier. He's better than these cards, I think, just because he's going to be so elite defensively. But I don't think the physical stats will show quite as much because of just his height and body type. Virgil Van Dyke. Let's have a look at Big Virg. Virgil Van Dyke. Crazy sprint speed. Not bad agility for someone who's 6'4". He's 6'4" in game. Foot GG is great, but they seem to get the height wrong on quite a few players by like an inch or so. And an inch does matter. Jumping elite. Look at this card with Sentinel. His pace is fine anyway. He's 6'4". He has basically 99 defending. Ridiculous physical. He's a great ball player. Virgil is bona fide S tier. Like, if Virgil is making your S tier, who is? Okay. Who do you want next? We'll go Gavardio. Not Gavardio. Gavardio, solid all-round card. I really like this card, especially as a budget centre-back. But that low defensive awareness, not crazy card, not crazy height. He's probably going to be at the top of a D tier. I do prefer him to... Where is it? I do prefer him to Joe Gomez. He could borderline get to that tier. He's one of the best valued defenders in the game, though. Him and Kosterman, left foot and right foot as a pairing, are amazing. Timber, another good budget one. Pretty decent defending stats for an 80 rated centre-back. Good physical. Very nice on the ball and turning. But he's going back he's going into the D tier still because... I just think that his overall card compared to some is not as good. Araujo. Lengthy, things we love to see. Crazy good physical for this rated. Good defending. Solid all round. 6'3". He's going into the C tier, Araujo. Eder Militao. Eder Militao. Pretty good physical. Very nice agility. Cracked pace. One of the fastest we've got. Good defending, but not elite. Tall, but not too tall. I'm putting Eder Militao bottom A tier. I think that's where he belongs. He could be near the S tier, to be fair. He's got very good links, but we are not valuing those in this video. It's purely based on just the card. Let's just pretend every card here has the perfect links. I like that Eder Militao card. I just don't think he has quite what it takes to make it into the S tier, maybe with an upgrade or two. Now, this Salaba's really good for an 83. Look at him with a Sentinel, man. Crazy stats, very good physical, very nice solid defending overall. The 3 key defensive stats he's very good on. 6'4" again in game, add an inch there. Lengthy, I like this card. I'm putting him in the B tier. I think he's above these cards here. Where is he? Got Akanji, another Premier League team of the week here. Akanji, really like this card. Very, very good all-round ability on the ball. I've been using him in Jambu's team and really like him. For an 84, he is really good. Doesn't really have a major weakness. Man City's really nice if you want to link in Walker, Haaland, players like that. For an 84, he's... Honestly, he probably could be an 86, 87. We're putting Akanji. I might surprise you guys. I'm putting him in the 80. I'd rather use him than like a Cordoba. He's better on the ball. His physical will probably feel better with his height. And his passing's elite. I just really like him. I think he's perfect in game. Carlos Pollo. Now, Pollo with a Sentinel is effectively a 99 physical and defending player, which is ridiculous. I think his height holds him back a bit. I think his pace and agility, things like that. If he was 6'2" with 80 pace, he'd probably be the best centre-back in the game. But for me, Pollo, whilst being really good now, I'm putting him like in the middle of this B tier. He's got a few weaknesses that whilst don't make him out of place on this game, I just think hold him back slightly. Rafa Marquez, Barcelona Mexican hero. Elite physical, elite defending. That's what some of these slower ones tend to have. Marquez, very good ball playing centre back. 6 foot. I think if he was 6'2", then I would put him really high up. And I think his pace is a bit of an issue, but I still think he's pretty good. He's pretty good value, by the way. I'm going bottom B, not A tier. We'll go around here for him. I think he's a good card, though. Carvalho. What are we saying for Carvalho? Carvalho's got pretty solid pace. One of the best of base defensive stat cards in the game. His strength, which I do think does matter more this year, is not that good. His ball playing is very, very good. I just think, though, okay pace, but not great. Pretty bad strength. And not the biggest at 6 foot. Lower him a bit. I'm putting him bottom A tier. He's just about tall enough to still make it into here. And I think he has enough to push him ahead of these cards. Delit. Got the Delit one to watch, which I think will get guaranteed 2 upgrades. I do like this card. Elite physical. This Delit is absolutely crazy physical. When he gets his 2 upgrades, he's going to get 99 strength, mid-90s aggression. He's already got the 99 jumping. He's 6'2", very good defending, solid pace. I just think that pace and not the best agility, lower him a little bit. I'm putting him at the top of B tier. I just think he plays really well in game. And we can't really judge it for now, but when we come back to the tier list in like mid-November, we're going to do one of these tier lists every month for each set of positions. Delit will probably be pushing his way up there, but you never know what will be released by then. Reuben Diaz, slowest centre-back we've got on this list. He's just crazy across the board with those stats. Good ball player as well. I think he's 6'2" in game. That pace, though, is pushing him down for me. I don't think the pace makes him unusable this year, whereas it would on previous years, but I still can't trust Diaz with that pace. I still think he will be a liability at times, but he will be a rock at the back, and when anything's in front of him, not getting played in behind, he's going to be one of the best centre-backs in the game. We're putting him C tier. I honestly, genuinely would use him over these D tier centre-backs. I just think that pace, like if he had 80 pace, he'd be like around here somewhere. Maybe even A tier, I don't know. I'm going to put him ahead of these guys, to be honest. Collar. Let's look at this guy. He was awful on FIFA 22 because of that pace. But he is making a return this year. Sentinel. What a card. Honestly, on this guy, I would probably go anchor. Because he gets nearly maxed out defending anyway. Why not give him a bit more pace if you can get it? I like the dynamic image, by the way. Tall. Very solid across the board here. Nice reactions. That is an important stat. The pace, because you can put an anchor on, elevates him a bit to more the mid-tier. And this guy is really good value. You need a hero. Need a hero to the end of the night. Collar's your man. We are putting Collar, I think, top of B tier. I think that he doesn't quite have some of the stats that Carvalho and the Kanji players like that have, just the all-round ability on the ball. But I do really like him. Fernando Hierro. I used him last night. Did surprise me quite how good he was. Sentinel is making him elite defensively. He's got crazy passing. Very good dribbling across the board. His just pace is a little slow. He did get done once or twice by through balls when I was using him. I still really liked him and he was very dominant. But that pace held him back a bit. But I'm putting him top C tier. I think that top C tier. He could even push to B tier. But I think that pace is a little low. Collar, like I said, has that physical, so he can get an anchor which pushes him above. We're going to go Kalidou Koulibaly. Very good on this year's game. Koulibaly, crazy defending awareness from the base, 90. Crazy physical. You could potentially, if you wanted, put an anchor on him to make him even faster. I want the extra defending awareness though. He is a little bit poor on the agility and balance. 6'2" as well. He's just a little bit slow at turning, even with that pace. Because of that, Koulibaly for me is going top of A tier. If he had a bit better agility and balance, he'd be in that S tier. But I do think he's held back a little bit by that, how he turns. Who have we got next? Skrinra. Another centre-back who normally wouldn't make it onto these lists. Look at that defending awareness, man. For an 86 centre-back to have such good physical and defending is pretty crazy. This card is really good. Really, really good. And he's like 12, 13,000 coins, which is outrageous for such a good card. I really like him. He's 6'2", dominant in these areas. Skrinra for me is another A-tier player. Honestly, I'd probably put him there. I'd rather have him than Tamori based on the physical, extra height and defending that works on this game. Kimpembe, when you look at the price as well, like I say, I'm not judging on the tier list for that, but it's pretty amazing. Kimpembe, really nice overall card. We're probably going to go an anchor here because he already has pretty cracked physical. I do not like his defending awareness. The defending awareness, being okay on the ball, is holding him back for me. He's still a very good centre-back with very good links. Pretty well-rounded, but that lower defensive awareness and just not all around top card. We'll probably put in Kimpembe around C tier for me. Varane. Rafa Varane. The agility and balance, a bit like Koulibaly, hold him back. When you look at his card, though, he's still very good. He's tall, he's dominant. I wish he had a bit better aggression. 78 base aggression is a little bit low on a centre-back at this point, even now. Still good, though. He's going right at the top of the C tier for me, I think. I just don't think he has the all-round card that some of these guys have. Do we have many more centre-backs? Got Marquinos. Marquinos, very, very good. The 97 defending with Sentinel, and he's got the 99 defending with 98 interceptions. He's not that tall, but his jumping's so elite, and he's such a good ball player. I am putting Marquinos at the top of A tier for me. Where have we got him? I think he's the best out of any of these other than Van Dyke so far. The lack of height is not too bad at 6 foot, and he's still got 99 jumping, and his all-round ability is so good. Let's go Lucio. I think we all know where Lucio's going. Lucio, probably the best defender in foot or in the debate for it. Lucio over Sentinel, just look at that card. He's got everything. Cracked on the ball still for such a good centre-back. Tall, physically insane. I mean, you could probably, I'd probably put an anchor on him, to be honest. Why not up the pace even more? He doesn't even need the Sentinel boost, really. I mean, Sentinel does give him maxed aggression pretty much, but I do like the strength. While 4 pace will barely be noticeable, why not get it when it's such a great card anyway? Yeah, this Lucio, insane. He's going ahead of Virgil. I've played against him a couple of times. I actually packed him and sold him for 760k, thinking he might go down. He's gone up to 850, so that was a bad one by me. Lucio, though, insane. Every card he gets this year is just going to be ridiculous. Rudiger, very, very good. The agility and balance, not the best. So you probably know what's going to be said about this. Very nice pace. Very, very, very good physical. I'd honestly probably go an anchor on him. I don't know, Sentinel just give that defending awareness exceptions. But yeah, this Rudiger's great. Great links. I really like him. He's going to get good upgrades on this one to watch, so he'll be another top tier card. Rudiger, we are putting probably around here next to Koulibaly. Stick him in there. What centre-backs have we got left? Lucas Hernandez. He was insane last year on the game. Lucas Hernandez. Not insane pace, but makes up for it a bit with that agility balance. His lower physical and not elite defending do push him down, but I still like this card. Not the tallest either. He's going into the C tier for me. If we can find him. Where's he going? Probably put him around there. We have a few icon centre-backs left here. We're going to do the 2 Maldinis now. This left-back Maldini, you do not need any pace on him, and he's got an alternate position at centre-back, as you can see. I think he's going to be absolutely insane. Ridiculous defending. He's 6'2" in game. Great on the ball. I am putting him probably S tier. Even without physical, his defending is just always cracked. I just don't think his physical puts him ahead of these guys. Let's look at the other Maldini. Now this Maldini is even better. The physical on him, that extra aggression really does up the card. I think that you want to get a bit more strength on him there, and his defending doesn't need quite the same boost. So I'm putting an anchor, makes him one of the fastest centre-backs on this list. I'm putting him ahead of Van Dyke, but not ahead of Lucia. This Maldini, by the way, is much better value from what I remember. Blanc, crazy card again. Blanc on previous years. I'm going to load, thank you. Blanc on previous years wasn't always as desirable because his pace was a little low. But again, what a card. Doesn't quite have the physical of Van Dyke. He's a very similar card to Van Dyke. He's basically a slightly worse physical, but better ball player. He's another 6'4" player. Really like him. He's going into the S tier, probably there. Rijkaard. Rijkaard is another beast. Really excels this year with the pace being how it is. Elite ball playing centre back. 6'2" again in game. I really like this card. I just don't think I'd pay the price of. I don't think I'd pay the price of some of these icons based on how cheap some of these are. Like Skriniar's 13k. Look how high we've got Skriniar here. Desai. Desai is absolutely insane. I'm probably going anchor here because no, I'm going Sentinel. We're getting that defending nearly maxed. Near 99 physical. Really fast. 6'1". I think he's got to be S tier. I just think the agility balance is not really tall height, holding back slightly. So he's probably going around there. But it's very nip and tuck between these guys. They're all very good, obviously. And the last centre back we have got is Carlos Alberta. Now, Carlos Alberta, if it was a pace meta, he could arguably be the best centre back. He's still absolutely elite, but he doesn't quite get the 99 defending on some of these, and his physical's a bit lower. But he's so fast with that dribbling, and that I think he just about borderline creeps into S tier. His height lets him down, but he's so good at other areas. I'm putting him S tier, but I'm putting him here. I just wouldn't pay the coins that he costs. Okay, for fullbacks, we've got Diego Carlos actually on the centre back still. Villa boy. Very good card. 6'1", I think, in game. I'm putting him probably like D tier still, but I think that is an option, cheap option. He is very good. And then we've got some centre backs, fullbacks to go through. Probably missed a few here, but there's so many players to get. Frimpong, elite fullback early on. Dutch is really nice for hybrid and teams. For fullbacks, it's a little bit different what I'm looking for. I'm looking for pace, but not as relevant. Mid-80s to low 80s pace is still really good. Ability on the ball, and then defending physical, really nice. Passing's pretty nice too. Shooting, pretty much irrelevant. This Frimpong, we are putting probably B tier. We'll start the fullbacks like under there. I'm not saying he's worse than all of these for his position. We'll just do that like that. We've probably missed a few fullbacks here. There's quite a lot of icons we could have done, to be fair. Hakimi. Also, weak foot skill moves does matter more at fullback, to be fair. Hakimi's such an elite pace already. 4-star is really nice. Pretty tall for a fullback. Elite passing across the board. Just very well rounded, which is what we want at fullback. We are putting him in the A tier. Mendy. Mendy is crazy physical. I really like the physical on him. With Sentinel, his defending is absolute cracked. You could go an architect if you want to make his passing and physical really good. But Mendy, really well rounded, that 5-star weak foot. I am putting him probably in the S tier right now for fullbacks. He's just cracked on this game. Kyle Walker, amazing on this game. Sentinel already has the length fee. Kyle Walker, the way he plays, I am putting him S tier as well for fullbacks. You are not going to have to pay as much for S tier fullbacks, obviously, so that's pretty nice. Quadrado, very good. Just poor defensively and physically compared to some of these guys. So we're probably going to put him into the C tier, but a very good cheap option. We didn't get Spinazzola. I forgot to get his image, by the way, but Spinazzola I'm probably putting like B tier. Spinazzola's a really good card on this game. Reese James, on a previous FIFA, he probably wouldn't have even made the list because of his pace, but he is really good physically, very good passing on the ball, Nice defending. Reese James getting B tier for me here. That pace is fine to use, but it's still slightly slower than I would like. Out wide at least, you will occasionally notice that. But like I say, notice. I'm saying occasionally. I'm not saying you'll notice it much. Theo Hernandez, elite physical for this point of the game for a fullback. Feels physically dominant in game. Does bully people a lot. Two brothers making the tier list here. I do really like this Theo Hernandez and think he is very usable for most of the year, to be honest, and some very good links. Theo Hernandez is going into the... I think he's A tier, to be honest. I'm putting Kyle Walker into the A tier, to be honest, because of his dribbling. But Theo Hernandez, S tier. Cancelo, very versatile with his left back, right back. I really like that. One of the best defenders in the game right now in terms of his all-round game. I'm putting him bottom of S tier. Partly because of his versatility, but also because he's that elite on the ball that his physical being a bit lower does hurt him a bit. But I just think he's so insane because of his all-round ability that I really like him. Alfonso Davies, crazy pace. I'm putting him at A tier though, because those defending physicals, whilst good, are a little bit low. Capdevia, new hero this year. Not the best on the ball, but very good all-round here. I'm probably putting top of A tier, like I said. There's just so many good fullbacks, to be honest. Zambrotta. We could have put players like Ashley Cole and Roberto Carson here as well. I did miss a few fullbacks. Apologies for that. 4-star, 5-star. He's basically Mendy, but a little bit better, to be honest. I would be putting a Sentinel on. He's nearly perfect defensively when you had that Sentinel on. Zambrotta, elite card. He's always going to be like the best fullback early on, to be honest. You could also have cards like Carlos Alberto, Cafu. I have missed Cafu and Carlos Alberto, to be fair. We'll make sure we get the fullbacks next time. Cafu's up here as well. Ashley Cole would probably be around B tier. Carlos probably be A tier. But yeah, here's our tier list. What do you guys think? I think Lucio is head and shoulders probably the best centre back on the game right now. Even the bottom D tier ones are really usable though. I feel like the amount of centre backs that we can use at the start, elite ones, is really varied this year compared to normal, which I really enjoy seeing. Lots more options. Game's a lot less pay to win, I think, right now in its current state and meta. Let me know what you guys think. Do you enjoy this video? Do you enjoy me doing it in this tier list, or do you prefer me doing it in game where I'm just showing you in like a squad? Appreciate you guys watching this video. Keep it spicy. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.